their young, or buried their dead rather. Was it Ninaldi? What was it? Remember that? I can't remember how to say it, but Naledi. Yeah, a pre-human hominid, very small creature that buried their young, or buried their dead rather. I keep saying buried their young. They buried their dead. Australopithecus. There's a bunch of different, the Lucy skeleton. There's a bunch of different pre-human hominids.
Yeah, maybe they were monkeys. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
well, they're similar to us, just not where we are.
Yeah.
They're on the road to becoming what it means to be a human being.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you think those are?
I don't know. They could be animals, or they could be like, look at today. I mean, you can get some mosquito can bite you, and your kid can be born with a malformed skull or something. It's like, they have those,
Yeah, but this is like a genetic thing. Like they've mapped the genome of these creatures.
Oh, they have?
They're different. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to explain those, Joe. I don't know.
But you do think that human beings were created by God?
I do. Yeah.
When do you think that happened?
When? Oh, probably, and not that long ago.
Really?
No, not really.
Like, what do you mean by not that long ago?
Probably only about 8,000 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you think things like Göbekli Tepe are when they find these constructions that are carbon dated to 11,000 plus years old?
I question carbon dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes things a lot simpler.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of money in claims, and I don't know.
Real
water.
Water's there. Yeah. Well, carbon dating seems to be pretty rock solid studies.
Yeah.
I mean, the science behind radiocarbon dating and detecting carbon isotopes. It's like that's pretty legit.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't square it.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to.
And I don't have to. And what difference is it going to make to me?
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't make a difference in terms of your experience in this life on Earth.
No.
Like you can have your faith and your ideas and live a great life from beginning to end, and it might not suit you to really ponder evolution and all the puzzles and problems.
No. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And I just I look at all sorts of stuff like that, like, the icebergs melting and the water overflowing.
It's not.
Ever have a glass full of ice and watched it melt? Did you ever see the glass flow over?
No.
It takes up less room, So,
yeah.
The hot greenhouse, whatever.
Well, there's a lot of horse shit that's involved in climate change for sure. I've studied that, and I've had many discussions over the last 4 years. The problem with anything is that once a narrative gets established, and then there's a profit attached to the solution to that narrative.
Yes.
And that's green energy and green energy bills, and then there's businesses that are wrapped around there. And then there's also this fear that they love to pump into people about climate change, that they terrify the shit out of young people that we're going to destroy the world, and climate change, you must act now. And then you become beholden to the political party that is espousing these ideas, and then your enemy is the deniers of this science, even though you don't even understand the science.
Yeah.
And did you see the Washington Post article that they published recently about temperature change on Earth?
No.
Well, there's a what they've realized is over the last, X amount of thousands of years that the temperature on Earth is plummeting.
Yeah.
And it's dropping. And then when they look at the dips, this is the most important thing for anybody that's really freaked out about climate change.